Hello guys, how you doing? This is Edward Shihab. It is September 2021. What are you up to? What's going on? Any changes? Well, doing a nice little morning walk today in Dubai and just thinking about what my plans will be for the rest of the year. Um, well, maybe for the next year. Typically, September will be the best time to assess where you stand, how you're doing, how things are going. And maybe if you want to develop any kind of goals or strategies, game plans, this will be the right time to actually do this. How do you do that? Well, there are different ways you can do this, but I can give you a simple couple of steps that you can follow. Number one, you got to know what's going on in your neighborhood, in your region, in the area that you're in, basically economically, what's going on, where are the opportunities, are things changing, is there a high demand for certain skill sets, is the job market good, are employers hiring, are they desperate, what's the conditions, or are things really rough? So that's the first step. You got to know where the opportunities lie. You could ask friends. You could read newspapers online. You could also be following the Wall Street Journal. You could follow any of these publications that tell you how things are going. And then once you know where the opportunities lie, the question is, can you actually take advantage of these opportunities? And that's where you got to do a SWOT analysis. SWOT, that stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So let's say we've identified opportunities in a certain market, certain industry. The question is, do you have the strengths? So you got the O, which is the opportunities, or maybe you're facing some threats. Maybe the job market is bad, or your industry is dying, or maybe they've automated your line of work. So the question is, knowing your opportunities and threats, do you have the strengths to take, do you have certain strengths that you can use to take advantage of certain opportunities? So for example, when the corona or the COVID pandemic hit, there was a high demand for nurses or people who could work in hospitals or in the medical field or in the treatment. And those who were able to quickly switch their career over were able to make a lot of money immediately. So the question is, do you have strengths that you could tap into to move into these industries? And if you don't, and let's say you're borderline capable, the question is, do you have the means to fill the gaps? And the gaps essentially will be like your weaknesses. If you have certain weaknesses, areas that you feel you're deficient in, that would, if you're able to fill those, you'll be able to take advantage of the opportunity. Then these are the weaknesses that you got to have a game plan to fill. So essentially, it's either you have the strengths that you could tap into to capture the opportunity, or if there are weaknesses that you could overcome and that would help you capture these opportunities, then you got to put a game plan for that. So it's as simple as knowing where the opportunities are, or if you're facing a threat, identifying that, maybe take note of it, looking at where your strengths are that you could use to tap into the opportunity or overcome a threat. Or if you feel there's a weakness or a gap, then you have to have a game plan to fill that gap. So how do you put a game plan together? Well, this is what you got to do. You have to take a realistic inventory of all of your skill sets. So what are things that you can do really well technically? So whether it's Microsoft PowerPoint, Excel, whether you do Microsoft projects, you're a project manager, you're a civil engineer, what are the things specifically in that field that you know you're good at? Some things that would stand out, that are kind of niche, special, not everybody in the whole world has, and also the things that everybody has. So take a realistic inventory of all of your technical skill sets. And I mean technical, not things like I like people, I work well with people. We're not looking for things like that. So you want to take a realistic list of all of your skill sets, technical and such, and then on the other side of it, write what the market has. So on the other side, write what the market has for opportunities, and then look from the left to the right and look at I know how to do this, the market wants this, but I'm missing, and these are your weaknesses, I'm missing the following things. So my game plan would be, I can fill this. Well, before you can start coming up with your game plan, you really got to weigh this. Some things you have strengths in and the opportunities exist, but they don't really add up to much. So is it really worth it? Maybe they don't pay as much. So what do? Is it more important than something else? So what you got to do is you got to rate these things from highest value to lowest value. Look at the opportunities and look at your strengths or weaknesses. Look at what it takes to switch or use your strengths, or what it would cost or take as an effort or time to fill the gap or the weakness, so you can take care of that opportunity and evaluate the value. Calculate, if you can, the value of this opportunity. So for example, I could add one more certification and then I can get an $84,000 job, and it will take me 3 months. However, it could take me 6 months to fill a different skill set, and I could be making $150,000. So which one is worth more? The second one is worth more, right? I can wait. But let's say I am cash strapped. I don't really have a lot of cash. Then I need the one that is of shorter duration. So this is how you got to evaluate them. You put the opportunities on one side. You put the value of this opportunity. You could also look at the chance you can capture this opportunity. Sometimes it's only 50% chance you would capture it. Sometimes it's very highly likely, like 80% you could capture this opportunity. And then you can put a valuation on it. So let's say the $150,000 job, you have an 80% chance you could take that job. That represents $120,000. So that's 80% of $150,000, right? So knowing that it's a $120,000 opportunity, and let's say you know you could fill this gap in the next 5 months, well, can you hold off for 5 months until you can capture that opportunity? What is your cost to hold off for the 5 months? So basically, it's all numbers. You have to look at opportunities. You have to look at your skill sets, your strengths, the cost to fill your weakness, and can you last for that long in order for you to capture that opportunity? And you do the math, and then you rank them from the highest value with the highest possibility that you can do it, and factor in the time frame and the effort and the cost for you to fill the gap to be able to capture that opportunity, and then determine which one you want to go for. At least now you're objective. You're not just guessing. You're not jumping from one to the other and being lost. So once you rank them like that, then make a determination that the one at the highest of the list, the highest ranking one on your list, is going to be your game plan. So if it says 6 months, I'm getting this certification, I can afford it and hold off financially until I get this opportunity, then this is my game plan. And you start looking for the institute that will give you that skill set, or whatever means that you are going to train yourself. So this is how you objectively put a game plan based on a SWOT analysis of your skill sets and the market opportunities. Hope you like this video. If you'd like to see more of this, show me some encouragement, give me some likes, and that way I know you like these. Give me some feedback, comments. I would truly appreciate it. This was Edward Shihab. Good to see you again. Take care. Bye-bye.